Kanisha AC. Hey friends, it's Kanisha. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this bandeau video to show how do I get my perfect bandeau handle looking sharp. This is the Louis Vuitton leopard print bandeau. I really enjoy this print. It's a favorite of mine. It goes really well with the monogram. And you'll see in this video what the handle looks like versus this front tab, since I've had this bag for a couple of years now. Pink's my favorite color, so of course it's got the pivot interior, and then you can see I like to stuff my bags and keep them taken care of in their dust bag, as well as stuff to keep their shape. So this is what the inside of my Graceful looks like. And this was a requested video. Someone asked me, how do I tie my bandeau? And so here's a chance to find out. Enjoy.
Handle is way lighter than on the tab front because I keep it so well covered. And I've had this bag a couple of years, and when it first came out, you can definitely see the darkened vachetta there versus where I've actually really babied this bag on the handle, because the handle would have looked like this, if not even darker.
All right, let's get started. So I am gonna start on the left side of my bag and work my way over to the right side. I'm gonna start by making a knot. I'm gonna make a knot that goes right over this little gripper and hooks around this little button. That's how I know what I want to anchor against so it doesn't slip off or my bandeau will unravel. And then on my bandeau, I want to see where I want to make the knot. So I want to make it where this Louis Vuitton tag isn't going to be noticeable. And I start with the bandeau underneath the handle. And then I want to make my knot above the handle. I'm going to pull this end through and create my first little end that I'll be able to pull on and tighten as an anchor as I make my way across the rest of the bag. And then the loop that I make, the knot that I make, goes underneath the bandeau and then over the little loop and through so that I can pull the tab through. And I only want about 1 inch of the tab to remain. So I'm pulling on this side in order to tighten the knot. Because then it'll make a really pretty effect. So already you can start to see the effect it's making is to flower out over a ring, which is what I want. I want to cover this piece of leather, and I want it to cover the ring so that if it rains, the handle will be protected. So I'm going to tighten this knot a little bit more. This makes a really good anchor. So this isn't going anywhere. And then you can see I have this one piece of leather covered, and then this button will show through as I begin to wrap the handle. Now I'm ready to wrap my handle. And as I wrap, I'm gonna wrap it on an angle so that I'm overlapping as I go along. And so now you can see the tag, LV tag is tightened up. It's not gonna stick out. I don't want that. All right, now I'm gonna start to go around the handle. And I just start by going over and then under, all the way across the handle. And if it takes you a couple of times as you're doing this wrapping, take your time because the end effect is beautiful. And you don't want to have to keep rewrapping your bag. To the other side, making the knot on this side is more tricky, but I have enough fabric to do it. So I made one more wrap around, and now I'm going to start working on the knot to tie this off. Getting that last loop is tricky. All right, so I've created a little space in order to make this final loop and pull this end over this button. Just gonna pull and pull and pull until I feel like it's the way that I want it. Now look at the finished result. Rain or shine, I can carry this bag like this now. It's my favorite way to carry this bag. So now you can see the bandeaus over this knot over here. That button and the button, and then the only piece of leather showing through is minimal. And when it rains, I just flip this to the inside and carry my bag with the tab facing inside against my body so it doesn't get wet. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's a how-to request on how do I wrap my bandeau on my Graceful MM strap, because when I last made my Graceful MM review, the bandeau had started to come off and I ended up wrapping it, but not showing you all how I wrapped it. So now I unwrapped the handle, rewrapped it so that you could see from the beginning how I go about doing that. And again, I already shared the reason why I like to do that is because I wear a lot of lotion on my hand. Not all the time. Even today when I started doing this video, I started with clean hands, so there wasn't any lotion on it because I didn't want it on the handle. But I don't mind if it doesn't have the bandeau. I'm just much more conscious if I'm carrying a naked handle bag and I have lotion on my hands. I'm just more aware of that fact so I don't end up messing up the leather, because that's not what I want to do. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little how-to on how I wrap my bandeau on my graceful. And until the next time,